Yo, Rap Politics Peoria was good. We fresh off the sophisticated rap. Oh, let me turn my phone down. We fresh off the sophisticated ratchet, you dig? Appreciate y'all tuning in. Look, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to get to, and we got a bomb you almost caught me. We got a bomb interview on deck today, man. Look, I was talking to Dre off air, man. He almost caught me. DeLamonte almost called me Slippy, you know what I'm talking about? But look, as you already know, we're brought to you by Sherman, where they carry the best in furniture, mattresses, and appliances, and they're also hiring. Sherman is one of the few places left in town that doesn't care about your education. They just promote people that work hard and have a good attitude, and they're hiring right now. So you better, if you need to, get on Sherman's.com and Sherman'sCareers.com and check out the openings, and you can apply online. So as I was saying, man, look, appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all could be looking at anything. Y'all could have been scrolling anything on the web, on the book, on the gram. But y'all tuning in Rap Politics, man, with Peoria Journal Star. We appreciate it. So weekend, man, look, we got to do a recap. I was talking about it for weeks, almost months. My whole team, my Yanni Collective, man, shout out to the whole fam. We've been talking about it forever. The event finally came and it went, and it was crazy. But, you know, no events really this big go on without any type of hiccups. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you go to an event and you see what all went down, and you're like, man, this is dope. Y'all see the lights, y'all see the art, y'all see everything that happens, but you don't really see behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So I wanted to just take you on behind the scenes on A, what it took to put it together real quick, and B, also want to talk about how I missed my own piece of the fashion show. But that's all good because we got the model pictures. I got them right here for y'all to view. They did their thing. And so we're just going to do a real quick recap right quick. But first of all, so y'all know them little stanchion things. We're going to podcast it out today, man. We're going to be cool. So y'all know them little stanchion things, right? Them little, I call them the seatbelt pose. You know what I'm saying? You go to the movie theater, you know what I'm saying? You got the seatbelt pose. So I had to get some seatbelt pose, right? And I was supposed to go to Bloomington to get them. But I was like, all right, bet. So Peoria sold out. There's so many events going on. COVID and backed everything up all 2020. So everybody doing all their stuff now. So if you're trying to do an event, it's probably, you know what I'm saying, you probably want to see what was good today for December because everything's so backed up. So I hollered at this company. It was Weaver's Rental Company, right? Weaver's. I was like, man, look, I need the seatbelt pose. They're like, oh, man, we got you. Don't even worry about it. Seatbelt pose. I'm like, all right, bet. So I went to go get the seatbelt pose, right? I called them. I was like, look, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming from Bloomington. I'm coming from Peoria. Half-hour trip. They're like, man, we close at 5 o'clock. I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. It's like 4:20. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make it. You know what I'm saying? They're like, hey, we close. All right, bet, cool. Get on the highway. Y'all know 74 got all the construction, all the cones, all the delays. And I'm rolling. I'm like, man, gee, I'm going to be let me call them. I'm going to be a little late. So I called him. I was like, hey, man, you know, traffic backed up. It's kind of ugly. I'm probably going to get there like 4:59. 4:57. It was all cool, but don't be past 5 o'clock because you're going to be popping. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be there though. I'm coming. You ain't got to cancel me. I'm coming. I'm finna get out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do it. So I'm on my way. I'm almost there. And I kid you not, I pull up at 5:01. I done came all the way from Bloomington. Done borrow somebody's truck. You know, I ain't got no truck. Borrow somebody's truck. Pull up at 5:01. I see an open sign in the window. I'm like, oh, cool, man. I'm still good. Get up to the door. That mother got a little resistance on it. I'm like, what the? These folks looked at me, got in the car, and drove off. Drove off, fam. I'm like, man, I'm all the way in Bloomington. I got this big old truck. I need the seatbelt pose. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, y'all really gonna turn down like we done situated the money? I'm like, y'all really gonna look? They didn't even care, G. I was like, oh man. So I had to shout out to my team, Lexi. Shout out to Chanel. They came through. So this what happened. Story time. This what happened. So I'm like, all right, bet we got to get some seatbelts. And so shout out to Yanni member Chanel, man. She was like, oh man, we got to figure it out. So we was gonna pick up some for Landmark. You know what I'm saying? The seatbelts. So we got it, right? And so I'm in a big old U-Haul day of, this Saturday, this day of, you know what I'm saying? We trying to get our whole event together. I come down, you know what I'm saying, in the U-Haul. Y'all know Landmark, he got that little, you know what I'm saying, got that little, you know what I'm saying? Like over by the theater, then you got that bowling alley, you know what I'm saying? They got that little roof or whatever. So I'm like, bet, right? And so I'm like, all right, we finna load up the truck. We finna load up the truck. Oh, that's Weavers, by the way. I ain't saying don't go there. I'm just saying I'm not. So what happened was, you know what I'm saying? I pull up at the U-Haul, right? And, you know, he got the little roof or whatever. But I'm forgetting, you know, I ain't drove no U-Haul through no, you know what I'm saying? I'm forgetting, you know, how tall it is that I'm driving. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, you know what? Let me get up out the way. Cause you know, you got the parking lot. Y'all know the little shimmy by the, you know what I'm saying? The little shimmy. So I'm like, look, let me get up out the way. You know what I'm saying? And let me scoot up a little closer by the door so we can load up, right? And Landmark already know about this. We've already talked about it. Y'all, I get so close. I done knocked the ceiling down. I done got so close. I done got so close. I done got too close. And so I say all that to say, man, when you see somebody do an event, especially something big or try to do something big citywide, you can't just go in there and have fun. You got to think about, man, it take a lot to put together a whole production and collaborate with a whole team and not have no hiccups. It's just, it's crazy, man. That's just what go into it, man. But I want to thank everybody in the city on behalf of myself and my whole Yanni Collective team, man. Appreciate y'all showing out, showing up, doing y'all thing. And with that being said, sometimes you know what I'm saying, if you work an event, you know what I mean, you don't ever get to enjoy it for it because you work and you woo. And so I'm like, all right, bet. So we up here getting everything done. There's a rap politics segment where models put together, you know, their own shirts for Rap Politics fashion show. I'm like, bet, I'm finna introduce woo. I had to leave real quick. I had to run to the crib, right? Missed the whole situation. So what we gonna do is we gonna do a quick recap on the Rap Politics models that did they thing on the stage, man. So shout out to all of them because they really were creative. Shout out to Lexi for putting the whole thing together. Lexi Lachelle, y'all know America's Next Top Model. She was on Tyra Banks. She, you know what I'm saying? She with the bougies. But she put all this together. And I just want to run down a couple quick looks from the Rap Politics fashion show segment because they really did their thing. Bam! These was just regular shirts. They cut them up, got the X's on there. I forgot the model's name, but she did a thing, came down with it. But look, peep the back, though. Peep the back. Boom! Humble. That's how we was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Humble. You know what I'm saying? A couple other looks. Bam. Rap Politics tie-dye. I just call it the tie-dye. It just is what it is. She did her thing as well, too. Now, don't forget the dudes was off in that thing. We had the Young Cubs off in that thing. And again, this is all Rap Politics shirts, and they designed their own shirts. Did they thing. Bam. Shout out to HB, man. He was definitely in his element on that night, man. He definitely understood the assignment. Everybody from Rap Politics understood the assignment. Again, I didn't get to MC that segment of the show, but everybody watching the show right now knows full well where Rap Politics is. But again, if you wasn't there, that's the look. If you was there, appreciate y'all being there. But I appreciate all the mods that did their thing on this thing too. The hair was crazy. You know what I'm saying? You can't really see that picture, but the hair was crazy. All the looks was dope. And you can't forget, what's a couple of these other ones? Hold on. We can't forget these other ones. Lexi came through with the sophisticated ratchet nails on them. Ooh, came through with the nails. Dig that. And we also had a surprise guest walk the fashion show that I don't think nobody anticipated. And I don't think nobody in the history of people in this position, in this capacity, did this type of thing with the city. And who am I talking about? Police Chief Eric Echeverria came through and walked in the police chief came through and walked in the fashion show. Y'all see the fours? Y'all see the hat? What's crazy is y'all should have seen the people in the background. Girls, it's the police chief, man. Leave them alone. Who is that? That's the police. It's the police. That's who that is. But he definitely came through and did his thing. Also, shout out to everybody that came from different cities. We had people in there from Springfield, St. Louis, Atlanta, Bloomington, Quad Cities. They came down and did their thing. Some flow art, they did their thing. Shout out to Demetrius Clemens. I caught me a little situation. Look, y'all see it? Look, little situation, little spike on them. You know what I'm saying? So that was definitely dope. So appreciate y'all following through. Now we got to talk about this. Look, I said it once. I said it a million times. I was waiting on this fight since the first one. Since the second one. Look at it. This that moment in time on BET where you already know what's coming. You're probably wondering how I got here. Deontay Wilder loses in a knockout to Tyson Fury. I don't know if y'all boxing fans, but this came on right after Sophisticated Ratchet Art Show. I told folks that Deontay was going to get beat. In all of the lead up to the fight, y'all seen him. I choose violence. No, you chose to get knocked out in the 11th round. You got knocked out, fam. You faced this boy once, got beat, faced him twice. They just gave you a tie just cause. Fam. And look, I just think we all know, fam. We don't need to see this again. It is what it is, fam. It is what it is. But anybody that put their money up, I want it. Because I told y'all, Tyson Fury beats Deontay Wilder in a KO, not TKO, a KO by itself in round 11. So that's what it is, man. So we're going to get to our guest. This dude is from the P. This dude is musically inclined. This dude has made it to the levels in which anybody doing music anywhere in America aspire to reach to. And he is doing audio engineering. He's also an artist signed to T.I.'s, my favorite rapper, Grand Hustle label. Y'all need to click that like button. Y'all need to click that love button. Y'all need to put your hands up in the comments and make some virtual noise for the homie DeLamonte guy hits. DeLamonte, what's good?
What's good, my boy?
What's happening, dog?
I can't complain, man. I'm sitting here right now, actually in the studio, man. Just got done with a session, so I come over here.
In Grand Hustle Studio.
Yeah, I'm at Grand Hustle Studio.
Like,
one of Tip Studios. Yeah,
one of TIP.
Yes, sir. TIP. Click Mr. Yes, sir.
ATL.
Yes, sir.
Like Young Dro now.
Yes, sir. Young Dro now, my brother.
Bro.
It's a blessing to be in the presence, you know what I'm saying?
From the P.
Yes, sir. Born and raised.
And you in TI studio right now.
Right now. Look, super sound. Right now. This tip spot. This one of the rooms. I just booked it out to, holler
at you. Just to do this.
Just to do this.
Bro, so look, it's been a long time coming. We talked about doing this ever since a little bit around when you first got signed. Yes, and we also was talking about doing this. We was talking about doing this when the Libra scale dropped. Well, not it ain't Libra scales.
Libra.
What is it? It is Libra.
Yeah, the Libra.
The Libra. Album was fire. Should have went platinum. Trouble Man should have went platinum too, but we can talk about that a different day.
Yeah, we gotta talk about it.
It should have went platinum. But so the question was, and still is for me and anybody else watching, how does somebody make it from the P into T.I.'s, not only his studio, because you can tailgate somebody into the studio. Yeah. How does one get signed to get on Grand Hustle label all the way from doing music in Peoria? Tell us, how'd you get there? What happened?
I mean, man, just being determined, bro, not giving up. You know what I mean? First of all, I moved out of the P, of course. Yeah, man, I always had a love for music. You know what I mean? Just doing music, rapping, writing, and stuff like that. So just following a dream, bro. Just following a dream, moved to Atlanta, start, getting in and out of these studios. I ended up going to school out in Phoenix to become an engineer. I was already engineering, self-taught, but I learned a lot on my own, YouTube University. But yeah, bro, just basically hard work, determination. Of course, investing, showing up, creating opportunities for myself. You know what I mean? But like I mentioned, I went to school to further my knowledge in engineering, and I went to CRAS, actually Conservatory Recording Arts and Science out in Phoenix, and where I graduated there with a 4.0 perfect attendance, highest in my class. And somebody here at TI Studio, got wind of it. And, one
From
thing,
all the way in Arizona.
from all the way in Arizona, you know what I mean?
Your name was ringing bells in Atlanta all the way from Arizona.
Yes, sir. Blessings. Yeah, it was definitely a blessing. It was crazy how all over work. But first, to be real with you, man, I moved to Atlanta supposed to be working for Lecrae. Like my journey was to come here to work for Lecrae at Lecrae Studio. Then some deadlines hit, some stuff happened where it didn't work out. You know what I mean? We had meetings and stuff where it didn't work out, and I didn't know what it was looking like. I brought my whole family out here from Phoenix expecting to get that gig, and one thing led to another. That next day, I got a call from this studio right here. Actually, somebody graduated a few months earlier, and they were working here and pulled me in. You know what I mean? And hit me up, asking me that they heard I was here looking for work. And one thing led to the next, bro, and I got in. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a blessing.
So look. This be my thing, and you ain't doing it. This be my thing, man. I be interviewing folks. I didn't interview some big people that made millions, and I be talking to them, and I be like, man, tell us your story. And they be like, oh man, I was hustling, I was grinding, then I just woke up in a Bugatti. Like, fam, look. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, no, look. And so
I mean, I done told the hustle, story. You know what I mean? I grew from that. I actually, went legit and tried to go to school and do all that. You know what I mean? So.
And I get that, but the thing is, some people will still look at it, and I'm gonna get in more detail in a second, but they're like, man, okay, Arizona, Lecrae, TI Studio, he was grinding, but still the question would be like, how? Like, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause you got so many people from not only Peoria, but nationwide think like, all right, look, Atlanta right now is pretty much hip hop mecca. You know what I mean? I'm gonna shoot to the A, bring all my demos, do all my grinding, do all my networking, and try to facilitate my situation into something that you got now. But I've been doing this 8, 9, 10 years, right. And I might move back to the Peoria, I might move back to my hometown. How much would you say is grind compared to just, I don't want to say luck, but blessings, or just being able to be at the right place in the right time?
Man, I'll put it like this. The grind is all, I say 90% grind, 10% luck. You know what I mean? You may get that luck of the draw, but 95% of the time, man, it's grinding. Like, you just got to be, like you said, networking, being in people's face, showing up, being determined, creating opportunities. And that's what I found out. You know what I mean? Like, I started at this studio coming in as an intern. Like, I didn't know what this would look like. Nobody here knew my name. Nobody, like T.I. didn't know who the heck I was, So I came in here, man. I was scrubbing floors, bro. I was scrubbing toilets, bro. I was cleaning spider webs off the ceiling, man. I was just doing, whatever. I didn't sit down. And one day Tip came in, you know what I mean? He saw me in the bathroom scrubbing the floor, like next to the toilet, and just appreciated that. And then after that, the rest was history. I was an intern for only 6 months before Tip actually hollered at me and moved me over to the Grand Hustle side.
So this whole time, T.I. is knowing that you do music, but letting you scrub them floors, though.
Yeah, definitely. Got to earn your keep, man. Like, everybody come in as an intern, man. You got to make runs for artists. Like, I've done a lot of YSL sessions, like, for, what I'm saying, like Young Thug and all those guys, and B Slime, Old Funk, all those guys. So, like, you gotta, like, overnight, you gotta just, you're gonna be tired, man. It's a grind, you know what I mean? Just working late nights, 2-3 days at a time, no sleep, getting home, going to sleep for 4 hours, coming right back here, you know what I mean? Working those sessions and doing runs, man. It's tough, but you just gotta push it. I was determined to get to that next level, especially for my, my youngest, my kids, and my family. I got a family to support, so you couldn't tell me nothing. I come in here and do the dirtiest job if I need to, you know what I mean?
So for the people that is still watching, like, all right, cool, but how do I even get to scrub some flows? Like, how does that connection even happen?
It's all about who you know. I ain't gonna. It's not about what you know in this game. It's who you know, who you surround yourself with connects, and connect. Like I just like recently one of my buddies. He's a engineer. He's actually on this Trey McKeith, and he was trying to find his niche in the music, going to school like that, and trying to find a studio to work out. And just because he knew me, he work here now, got him on here, first day Thursday. So it's all about who you know, bro, in this game. Like networking, bro. You got to show up and create opportunities. Like I get calls like engineers turning down sessions and stuff like that at the beginning. That's how I really got a name for myself. Engineers were turning down sessions. They'll call me 2:00 in the morning. I'm on my way, like creating those opportunities. And then when I'm working with these artists, they like, oh man, like this sound good, like this dope, like let's work, let's continue to work, take my number, So one thing leads to another, you know what I mean? And then at that point, how I, got to where I'm at now, like recording for Tip is, I just cater to the artist, man. Like little things, if the artist say something about, like I had a candle lit in the studio one day and they like, oh man, that's dope. That candle was a vibe. I'll make sure I got that candle all the time. Or I make specific templates for specific artists, like to those sounds, and they appreciate that. It makes them feel special. So that kind of shot me up the rank, pretty fast. And at Grand Hustle, it's like 3 main engineers, and now I'm like second in line to call. You know what I mean? So definitely a blessing.
Most definitely. So talk about the first time you met T.I. You grew up with me, man. We both went to
Hey, T.I. my favorite artist.
You know what I'm saying? So we both went to the boat. So to be grinding from Peoria to go out to Arizona, and now boom, he like, oh, Dre, what's good? Like, what was that experience like?
Oh man, like a dream come true, bro. Like I just couldn't believe it. Like this dude, like Tip know my name. Like I said, like I walked up to the studio before Tip be on the phone, and he stopped the whole phone conversation to acknowledge me. You know what I'm saying? Like shake my hand and make sure I'm good. Ask me what I need and stuff like that. Like he's a good dude. Like man, like he treat me like family, bro. Like once he seen who I was and how hard I was working, bro. After that, it was off to the races, bro. He just seen my dedication to not only, to this studio, but to Grand Hustle and how hungry I wanted it, bro. And he just showed me the utmost respect now, you know what I mean? And it's dope. Like even just being able to have a conversation with him, be in the studio recording, like, just the last song he just put out, it's called Forget Him, F Him. Y'all check that out. F Him. It's called F Him, but I recorded, that and we just vibed. Even like he walked out the booth like, how you feel? How you like that? I'm like, how I like that? Like you right. Come on now.
We've been platinum selling since we was still behind the desk.
You know what I mean? So like, just to be able to do that, you know what I mean? It's definitely dope. Definitely.
So you say you recorded. So De La Monte out here getting you got credits. Yeah, that's credit.
Yeah, definitely a credit. It's definitely
credits. Okay.
Got a couple things, man.
So, and for the people that might not have known your backstory and your background, how did you even get started in music? What was the start for you?
Well, when I was younger, I was like 12, 13, rapping, 8th grade rapping. Actually, I know a lot of y'all know him from the P. Roosevelt. His name Roosevelt. He was one of my boys back in the day. First guy to put me in the studio. But just basically the environment I came from. Everybody want to be a rapper. Everybody rapping. We had the studio. We had a group back in the day, La Cosa Nostra, LCN, and every day after school, all our free time, everything we was doing was going into that studio, writing, rapping, making beats. We was just locked in. It was about 5 or 6 of us every day, all day, since I was like 13. And you know what I mean? So I just got used to that grind and being around music all the time. And just, it's like I got a love for it. So it's like I got an itch. I got to do it. You know what I mean? I just got to do it every day. You know what I mean? I got to be creative in some way. You know what I mean? So that definitely.
What for the people that don't know your background, you had a late brother, Micron. He died some years back. You said what?
He said, "Rest in peace, Mike."
Oh yeah, R.I.P. for sure. And but the thing is, the interesting thing about that though, like I said, I come from Central. I come from band, and he was a drum major during at that time. How big of an impact and influence did he have on you musically?
Man, like even me going to school, like going back to school, and because that was around the time he passed away. Like he always told me I need to take it to a next level. Like I moved out of Peoria, moved to Atlanta to do this. And then I took that next level to, and when he passed away, it kind of took a toll on me. And I always said, I go hard at this, no matter what. He passed away in 2014. And you know what I mean? that was my blood brother. You know what I mean? Same mom, same dad. You know what I mean? That hurt. And just knowing we did music together, man. I got songs with me and him that I go back and listen to. You know, stuff like that. So it was definitely motivating for him, especially on the school part, to go through the school and make it a point to be like top in class 4.0, perfect attendance, to get through school and fight. I didn't know what this would look like, you know what I'm saying, after school, but you know, just that part right there, he motivated me so much. He was all about grades, you know what I'm saying? He was all about knowledge and you know, bettering yourself. So I really did that for him and my kids, man. So he definitely motivated me a lot. Even today, like I push hard for him, knowing he was my big brother and he's not here. So I feel like I got to take that lead in the family. So that's another reason why I grind so hard, and that's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So
most dope. So for the people watching, you know, it might be interested because I'd be one of them folks like, man, so are you cool with T.I.? Like if I find Tip, I'm like, hey man, Dre, oh yeah, man, he back at the spot. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope. You mentioned Young Thug. Who else have you worked with so far that would be notable?
Man, I like as far as engineering, I worked with a bunch of people, man, like Polo G. I recorded G Herbo, Tip, Young Dro, Damani, Tip's son, Brandy. I've worked a lot of YSL sessions, T Shine, Gunna, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So, you know, to answer your question, would Tip say that? I mean, he, you know, if you walk up to him and be like, "Hey, D Lamonte got hits," you know, at your Super Sounds, he got different level studios, so I'm pretty sure, you know, he know what's up. We done sat down and, you know, shot the, you know, talked a little bit, you know what I mean, in studios, you know, especially, you know, with a lot of Grand Hustle artists too, especially Dro. Me and Dro don't have a bunch of heart to hearts, like. So yeah, that's my boy Dro, man. So
What's interesting, Young Dro was my first big interview. Me and DJ Lavish. Young Dro was
I remember that. I just recently heard that, bro. That's crazy. Yeah.
Where at? Was it on the
But I think
tell me, find it for me. I don't know where it's at.
Somebody had a recording of it. I think I thought it was you that played it. It might not have been, but yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I heard a recording of it like earlier this year, and I was like, yeah, that boy did big moves. That boy got young because it was while I was here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I remember like, dang, I just did a session with Dro. You know what I mean? So
that's crazy. Hey, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, Dro was the first big artist, and then after that, what was crazy is, bro, I was living in Atlanta, and you know, Camp Creek, you know that whole area, LA Fitness or whatever, and so I ran into Big Country Kane.
Yeah, that's my boy, man. He always playing chess. That boy loves chess.
Yeah, well, he used to be down there on hoop all the time, so we connected on that. And then I know one of my craziest situations was and shout out to my brother Bafa, man, because he know these artists too. But we was on in Atlanta one day, and we was walking through the mall. We was walking through Lenox. And we was walking through, and I seen Big Country, and he had this big old Grand Hustle chain on. Yeah. And I don't know him like that, you know what I'm saying? But he knew who I was, just, you know what I'm saying? And so we was walking through the mall, and I seen him. I was like, let me see what's up. And he was like, oh, what's good, folks? Like, with that big old chain. Shout out to my brother. He was like,
yeah, that boy like, what is
hey, that? He thought I was D Lamonte.
Yeah, you a fool, man.
Bro, that was dope, man. That was dope. So what's the biggest piece of advice either Dro or T.I. ever gave to you?
Like Tip always tell me, stay determined, stay hungry. He's like, I can see it in you every time we do a session. Your vibe is dope. And as somebody from YSL Strict, he told me, man, like every time I see somebody, like I acknowledge them, like, hey, yo, what's up? And you know what I mean? So he always like, man, stay positive. That positive attitude gonna take you a long way. You know what I mean? I get that a lot. You know what I mean? I try to, like I say, conversate with people and talk. And I've been working with like Lil Zane a lot lately. You know, he got the BMF series coming out. Me and him just did we got like 6 or 7 songs about to come out. And we're still working. So I think he's about to do an album soon. So, and like he always tell me, you know, he could tell like that I love doing it. It make it, you know, that vibe, that energy just flows off into him, and that's what create hits. And you know what I mean? I just try to stay positive, bro. Like in these sessions, and every artist I ever work at, like they enjoyed it. Like, man, I need you back. Like, we gotta work some more, bro. Like, your attitude, your energy is just too, bro. I get up in the middle of the song and bop with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get up and two-step with them. Like, you know what I mean? Even the song might not be that a hit, but I get up and dance with them just to make it seem like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you know, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I'm here to do my job, so I try to make the best of it. You know what I mean? Always.
Most step. Now, do these artists think you from the P or Chicago?
No, they know. I make sure. I make sure I stand on it, bro. Peoria, Illinois. They be like, I be like, I'm from Illinois. They Chicago. No, Peoria. I'm about 2.5.
Yeah, just start shouting Richard Pryor and let them know what's good.
Yeah, man. And then like I always get an artist that be like, oh yeah, I heard yeah, I know the P. Yeah, I heard. You know what I'm saying? Like I get that a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody that says the P, they been here.
They heard yeah, actually Dre. I told Dre, I was like, I'm from Peoria. He's like, oh, the P? Yeah, I know about the P. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So you got a dope lineup of names that you've already been able to collaborate with and work with. Who are some of the names that's on your maybe short list? I ain't gonna say bucket list, but on short list for like the next couple years that you want to get in the studio with?
Well, funny. I worked with like Pooh Bear, Justin Bieber writer, but I wouldn't mind working with Justin Bieber or Beyonce or Jay. You know what I mean? I've been in the same vicinity as them, just not working with them. And you know what I mean?
Vicinity, what that mean in the studio to get like, because people listen like Beyonce. Like, where was you at that Beyonce was at too?
Like I was at a studio, just assisting engineering. Well, assistant engineers do get credit as well, you know what I mean? But they don't take it too serious. Well, I'm basically the backup engineer. Anything the engineer need, I basically back him up. And they were doing a session, and you know what I mean? I just got called in on it. Like I've worked with Meek Mill and Rick Ross too. So same situation, you know what I mean? I can get a credit on what they worked on. You know, I've worked for them and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely.
Dope. So with that short list of folks that you want to work with, what is the goal for you just in the next couple of years? Because on your, I forget what profile, but it says engineer, but it says artist too. And you mentioned how you started off on the rap tip. Going forward, is it still to be on the engineering side, or is it to actually be on the production side? Do you want to eventually jump on the mic?
I do engineering and production right now. Actually, I make beats. I sell beats in my sessions. I've actually collabed with a few of the artists that I record. Like they'll come in, I'll show some of my music. We'll show for show, and they be like, "Bro, you dope! Like hop on this hook." You know what I mean? So I still do my music thing. I be so busy with the engineering and the production side, it's hard for me to actually sit down and record myself. So I have to like book sessions now for myself. So it's just, I'm so busy with the engineering that the artist side of me kind of took the back seat. But I'm an artist first. Like I wouldn't even be doing this. Like I wouldn't be engineering if I wasn't an artist. You know what I mean? I just figured out engineering because I wanted to engineer myself, get my own sound. Like was tired of working with all these engineers and they messing up this, not sending the right file. So I learned myself. That's the reason I learned, so I can do my own artistry. But it's definitely there. I've showed some people in, close to Grand Hustle, and like they like, bro, like I haven't, sat down and showed Tip or talked to Tip. They like, bro, you need to, like, I've been getting told like Tip, well, man, he will take this, like he'll do this or yada yada yada. But I always say perfect timing. God got me this far, so I mean, I feel like, perfect timing, Godspeed, bro. Like, I mean, the way stuff been happening lately, bro, like anything can happen, bro. Like I'm telling you, like, and I really feel like it will happen, like, because I mean, I feel like my music better than a lot of artists I record. So,
so maybe a De La Monte T.I. Situation in the cards for the future, or maybe even a Dro situation in the future.
Hey, that'd be a blessing. I ain't checking it off the list. I tell you that. I ain't counting it out. I definitely, that'd be a blessing. Hopefully one day soon. Like I say, I show up, create these opportunities, and who knows what may happen. You know what I mean? When they call me, I just show up. I don't know what it's gonna look like. I just show up. I don't care. You know what I mean? So, hey, one day, I might get blessed, and that may happen. Who knows?
Is he selective too? Because I know sometimes, like, Meek Mill was always talking about he wanted a J verse. He finally got it. 2 Chainz has been begging for a J verse, still hasn't gotten it. From what you received through osmosis, probably with T.I., is there a selection with how he does music, or where is he at from what you gathered?
Yeah, I feel like if you ain't doing nothing, T.I. ain't gonna work. Like you know how people try to buy features and all that. I feel like T.I. a well established man. Like he'll come, like he tell people all the time, I come find you. You know, if you that dope, you that I come find you. Ain't no need to pay for a feature, but he does work with a lot of up and coming artists. Like there's a lot of groups. Coatway is a group. Y'all definitely check them out. They up and coming. Tip is thinking about signing with them, and I did their whole last album, and they got stuff on like released on Spotify, right? Like a single they just released on Spotify that I engineered and mixed as well. So yeah, like Ti, he will work with artists, but you gotta be doing something. Like you gotta see, you know what I'm saying, like your movement at least something. You know what I mean? He ain't just gonna hop on a track with anybody. You know what I mean?
So for anybody watching right now, somebody that might watch this later, because you just said you seen the Dro interview, you know what I'm saying, with me and Lab in January from man,
Yeah, I heard, bro. I'm telling you, I heard it this year. I heard it this year. You even was like, you sounded, you know what I'm saying? You could tell it was one of your first interviews. It's like, so what we doing out here, Joe? What we getting on tonight? You know, oh, check my boy Smooth out.
My little voice was light. I was like, I remember that. I remember one of the things was I was like, bro, you I was like, what you do that don't nobody know about? He mentioned a couple of things. He was like, ride horse. I was like, you got a horse? He was like, yeah, I got a real horse, man. I was like,
he polo dime, man.
Man, for real. But for people watching now, though, or somebody that might see this later on, what would you say for somebody that is still on their computer trying to piece together a recording session, might be by themselves, trying to hit the mic, hit spacebar at the same time, and want to get to where you at, might even be older than you, been grinding longer than you, and still trying to make it to that next level?
I always say once again, well, as far as networking, like get out, like getting your stuff shown, get it out there, networking. Bro, you gotta take chances. You definitely, you know, some situations you may, you know, overthink them, not knowing what they look like, but you still got to take chances. You got to get out here. When they got open mics, I was doing open mics, 2-3 people show up, you know what I'm saying? But you best believe I had those 2 or 3 people networking. Then the next week that one of those 2 or 3 people hit me up, pull up to this, you know, do this, you know. So definitely networking, bro. Just staying determined, like perfecting your craft is key. Like knowing what you're doing, you know what I mean? And that's what's going to definitely get your some people attention, you know what I mean? And yeah, basically, bro, just staying determined, staying hungry, bro. You gotta stay hungry. You gotta always want it. Like I said, I've been doing this since I was 12, bro. First time in the studio, I was 11, 12 years old, and I'm 33 today. So you know what I mean.
That's
it ain't
a 20-year grind.
It didn't happen overnight. You know what I mean. And it took me like I was doing focus on rapping so much. You know what I mean. Like I thought I was gonna be that artist to blow. You know what I mean. And look, it took me to be an engineer. Never thought this in my life would happen. You know what I mean. To get to this level. You know what I mean. So, and that, you know, just create opportunities for my artistry. You know what I mean. So it's definitely a blessing.
And I was going to get to the next question before I went to the lightning round, but you just you said something that made me think. Sometimes we get so caught up in being this that this would be almost or just as dope, but we ain't flexible or we ain't even think about it. Talk about the willingness to be flexible and the willingness to be like, all right, maybe I ain't finna be the platinum artist today.
You gotta keep an open mind.
But I gotta woo. And sometimes, you know, I always say, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do till you can do what you want to do. Right. And then on top of that is, you know, sometimes it don't pay, but it'll pay off. You know what I'm saying? Or
and that goes back to me, like I said, like I was in school grinding, doing, you know, homework 3 o'clock in the morning with a newborn. Got my daughter, you know, grinding, holding her 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, writing 5-6 page papers, the stuff that I didn't want to do. You know what I mean? And still at that point, I didn't know what this would look like. And even like I said, when I became an intern here, like scrubbing toilets, you know, floors backing up, getting sub tanks and getting water out and vacuuming and wiping down. I didn't want to do that, bro. I'm like, I'm an artist, but in my, you know, being strong, you got to stay strong minded, bro. You gotta remember this ain't it. Like this ain't it. This ain't the final. You're gonna keep grinding, keep pushing, and something got to give, bro. You got to push. Something got to give. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know T.I. was gonna walk in that day, you know what I mean? I was scrubbing the floors, you know, in the bathroom, vacuuming, doing whatever I was, you know what I mean? I didn't know that was gonna happen, but I was in that mindset is I gotta do this to get to where I'm going. You know what I mean? It's just a stepping stone to get to where I'm going. And you know, soon I won't have to do this. You know what I mean? Like but I'm gonna do it dang good. Why, you know, right now while I'm doing it, I'm gonna make sure it's perfect. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure I do it right. I'm gonna do it right the right way. Don't halfway do it. Do it right the first time, maybe check it once so you ain't gotta do it twice. You know what I mean? So I was just, bro, like always on when they call, like I say, 2-3 o'clock in the morning, bro. If I hear my phone, bro, hey, yo, what's up? I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Yeah,
Hello.
hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
Hold on real quick. Yeah, hello, who is? You know what I'm saying? How much? It's 3. Yeah, I need to tag up. But you know what I'm saying? Like just being hungry, bro. Like turn my phone on loud because I know YSL in the studio tonight and they might need an engineer. If I fall asleep, I'm gonna turn it up loud. You know what I mean? Just being hungry like that, determined, and going to sleep mixing and going to sleep making beats, going, you know, and then you waking up 2-3 o'clock in the morning, maybe not even sleeping. You know what I mean? Some nights I don't even sleep, bro, 2-3 days and still got to go home and, you know, be with the family, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So it's just, you got to be determined, bro. Like I always say, you got to show up to create those opportunities, bro. Like sleep is for the weak, bro. I always said that, like, sleep for the weak. I'm trying to grind. I'm out here, you know what I mean? I'll wait by bro, like my sessions, I'll be here an hour early. Like I'll be here an hour too early setting up stuff like those candles I told you about. If that artist like those specific, I'm here an hour early setting up for these artists, making sure that they got the best, you know, the best session that I can give them. You know what I'm saying? So just being hungry, bro. Even still today, I still do that. Like I pay attention to the small things with artists. You know, even in the mixes, they may not like they auto tune this high, this low. You know, every time they come in, you best bet it's gonna be set to what we discussed or what they like. So yeah, bro, just never giving up, just always pushing, just always working hard and staying determined. And I mean, it's something got to give in there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So definitely, bro, just keep pushing, and I swear it's gonna give. Like I didn't believe, bro. You would have told me 3 years ago you'd be signed to Grand Hustle in 3 years or a year. I mean, I've been with them for about almost 2 years now. So like 3 years ago, you'd have told me this ain't no way, bro. I'd have looked at you like, you know, you crazy. But you know, like I said, I got on my grind, you know, was determined, bro, to do better. So, especially for my family, and maybe that my brother passing away, maybe that put me on fire. You know what I mean? Like, had to get it going. I just know my oldest brother passed away. I got to take care of this family now. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, whatever it is that push you. Maybe it's your kids, maybe your family, maybe you know it's just you want to, you know, do your thing. You just keep pushing, and something got to give. Just push, like for real.
Hey man, that's them words right there. Them words right there. So look, what we gonna do is I'm writing some down. It's lightning round time. All right, so look. Hold on, let me get it together. Hold on. Boom. Y'all know who the lightning round brought by? Illinois American Water. People be asking me who got the best water. They be talking about Dasani. I say nope. Fiji, I say kinda. Core, I be like kinda. But really, Illinois American Water got the best water. You know what I'm saying? And they brought the lightning round straight to y'all, man. So shout out to Illinois American Water. Now, what we're gonna do is, I don't know if you're familiar with the lightning round. You familiar with the lightning round?
I watched your last interview with Sean Livingston, and I said, you know, I saw the lightning round. So
You got it. Okay. Rapid fire questions, rapid fire answers. I'm gonna give you a minute 50. If you saw the one with Sean Livingston, you saw he made it through, but he the only one that made it through though. So if you don't make it through, it ain't like you lost to everybody else.
Yeah. Sean Livingston,
we gonna do what he can do. All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, boom. 500,000 or Dinner with Jay-Z?
500,000.
Favorite T.I. album?
T.I. versus Tip.
Favorite Joe album?
I got favorite Joe songs.
Hey, best thing smoking, forget it.
Best thing smoking.
Donda or CLB?
Donda.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Cat Williams or Kevin Hart?
Cat Williams.
Henny or Tron?
Patron.
Is Wayne in your top 5?
Somewhat.
What, 5.5? What you talking about?
Yeah, he about 5 of that. No, he in my top
You got to
Yeah,
name
yeah.
them up. You got to name them up. Wings, drums, or flats?
Both.
If you weren't an engineer for T.I., what would you be doing right now?
Probably working just a regular job. I don't know.
New York or L.A.?
L.A.
Rap or R&B?
Rap.
Will Smith or Jamie Foxx?
Jamie Foxx.
Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson.
Favorite football team?
Philadelphia Eagles, baby.
Bentley or Lamb?
Bentley.
Favorite movie?
Hustle and Flow.
Okay. Last book you read?
50 Cent book.
Cold water or room temp?
Cold.
Dream job?
I'm working it.
Ooh, favorite vacation spot?
LA.
What's the best gift you ever received?
A car.
Ooh, flicky. Hey, and I gotta ask this, man. Grits, do they take salt or sugar?
Sugar and butter all day.
Drink all day.
All day.
All
Yes,
day.
it gotta be. Ain't no other way.
All day, man. Hey, that's what's up, man. That was a lightning round brought to you by Illinois American Water. We got De La Monte in the building. So look, man, appreciate you coming on. And like I said, it was a long time coming. We talked about doing this for, I think, almost a year, for real, during the pandemic. And we finally made it happen. So appreciate you coming on Rap Politics, sharing your story with everybody, and also just sharing your inspiration with folks. So
hey, look, you didn't ask me one question. You asked Sean what store you would spend some money in. I was ready for that one. I was.
Man, look, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. All right, look,
go ahead.
10 bands. All right, look, no, we're gonna do it. 10 bands. You can go spend money at any store. Where are you going?
I'm going to Guitar Center, baby. I'm getting a new setup. You know what I'm saying?
I heard. I was thinking about that too. And Sean said Nike, and everybody, it's like everybody got to go somewhere useful.
Yeah, exactly. You said Nike. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, he was like, man, Nike. I was like, man, brother like me, I got to go to Lowe's. You know what I'm saying? I got to go to Lowe's. I got to go to Lowe's. But look, hey, like I mentioned, man, I'm in Atlanta later on. So we definitely gonna connect. Appreciate you coming on Rap Politics with
bro. I appreciate you having me, dog.
No, bro, appreciate you sliding through, man. For real. We gonna definitely do this again sometime soon. But keep up the grind, keep representing the P, and keep getting to it, bro.
Yeah, P. Much love. Y'all already know what it is.
Already, man. That was De La Monte, signed to Grand Hustle, T.I.'s Grand Hustle. Look, you can't say Peoria don't produce dogs out here. Straight heaters, man. So big shout out to him and everything that he got going on. And big shout out to y'all for tuning in. Y'all could have been scrolling anything. Y'all could have been a long time ago. And y'all stayed with us, man. So I appreciate y'all tuning in to Rap Politics. And of course, we're brought to you by Sherman's, where they carry the best in furniture and mattresses and appliances. And they hiring. They don't care if you went to college or not. They don't care if you went to ICC or not. They don't care if you got a master's degree. They just care if you working hard. If you need one, and by one, I mean a job, Sherman'sCareers.com. Check out the openings and apply online. We got Kamal coming up later on this week, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that. In the meantime, y'all be cool, y'all be safe, and thank you. And big shout out to everybody that came through the Sophisticated Ratchet Art Show. Myself, Yanni Collective in general, we appreciate y'all from the bottom of the bottomest, man. So Rap Politics episode 20, man, we at